This is the place where they created the world from the remains. The blood became the oceans, rivers, and lakes. The flesh became the land. The bones became the mountains. The teeth were made into rocks. The hair became the grass and trees. And eyelashes became home of humans, Midgard. Niflheim means mist or mist world, and it is the darkest and coldest region of all the realms according to Norse mythology. Niflheim is one of the two first realms, and it is placed in the northern region of Ginnungagap, the eldest spring in the world. Bubbling Boiling Spring is located in Niflheim, and it is protected by the huge dragon called Nidhogg. It is said that all cold rivers came from the spring Hvergelmir, and it is said to be the source of the 11 rivers, Elivigar. The spring is the region of all that is living and the place where every living being will go back to. The water from Elivigar flowed down the mountains to the plains, where it solidified to frost and ice, which gradually formed a very dense layer. As the world tree Yggdrasil started to grow, it stretched one of its 3 large roots far into Niflheim and drew water from the spring. Before we continue, take a second and subscribe to the Endless Info channel, and don't forget to ring that bell. Muspelheim was created at the same time as Niflheim, but it was created far to the south of the world. Muspelheim is a burning hot place filled with lava, flames, sparks, and soot. It is home of fire giants, fire demons, and ruled by the giant Surtur. He is a sworn enemy of the Aesir. Surtur will ride out with his flaming sword in his hand at Ragnarök, which is believed to be the end of the universe, according to Norse mythology. Surtur will then attack Asgard, which is home of the gods, and turn it into a flaming inferno. Asgard. In the middle of the world, high up in the sky, is Asgard. It is the home of gods and goddesses. Odin is the ruler of Asgard and the chief of the Aesir. Inside the gates of Asgard is Valhalla. It is the place where half who dies in battle will go for the afterlife. The other half goes to Folvigar, which is ruled over by the goddess Freya. Midgard, which is Middle-earth, and it is located in the middle of the world, below Asgard. Midgard and Asgard are connected by a frost, the Rainbow Bridge. Midgard is surrounded by a huge ocean that is impassable. The ocean is occupied by a huge sea serpent, the Midgard serpent, and it is so huge that it circulates the world entirely. The first 2 humans, Ash and Embla, were sent to Midgard after Odin and his 2 brothers, Vili and Vi, created them from tree logs. Jotunheim, home of the giants. They are the sworn enemies of the Aesir. Jotunheim consists mostly of rocks, wilderness, and dense forests. Jotunheim is separated from Asgard by the river Iving, which never freezes. The stronghold of Utgard could be called the giant's version of Asgard, and it is so tall that it is hard to see the top of it. The fortress is carved from blocks of snow, and inside lives the feared Jotun king, Utgard Loki. Vanheim, home of the Vanir. The Vanir gods is an old branch of gods. They are the masters of sorcery and magic, and they are also widely acknowledged for their talent to predict the future. Nobody knows where exactly the land of Vanheim is. Alfheim, home of the Light Elves. It is right next to Asgard in heaven. The Light Elves are beautiful creatures. They are considered the guardian angels. The god Freyr is the ruler of Alfheim. The Light Elves are minor gods of nature. They can help or hinder humans with their knowledge of magical powers. Svartalfheim is the home of the dwarves. They live under the rocks, in caves, and underground. Hridmar was the king until he was killed. Svartalfheim means dark fields. The dwarves are masters of craftsmanship. Helheim, home of the dishonorable dead. Hell is where all the dishonorable dead, thieves, murderers, and those the gods and goddesses feel is not brave enough to go to Valhalla. Helheim is ruled over by Hel, the daughter of Loki. Helheim is a very grim and cold place, and any person who arrives here will never feel joy or happiness again. Hel will use all the dead in her realm at Ragnarök to attack the gods and goddesses at the plains of Vigrid. This will be the end of the world.